Inconsistent schedule update in 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, I'm doing a Let's Play. It's always going to be inconsistent. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Fire Emblem Link's War. Or as others, myself include, call it, Lonk's War. In today's episode, we'll be covering Chapter 4, or Episode 5, however you want to label it, where we first come across FE8's biggest difference with its predecessors in the series, the inclusion of monsters as a unit type instead of the normal cannon fodder being soldiers or cavaliers, or however you want to put it. Now, before you ask, the chapter itself is very unchanged from its original form, as are most chapters. The storyline, I can't really notice a huge difference between it and an FE8. So I'm just gonna leave it alone unless I see something glaringly offensive in the dialogue. To be honest with all of you, this chapter actually went really well battle-wise. There's really no severe RNG screwing or anything along those lines. Everything actually fell into a nice little border by itself. Then again, this is the 4th battle of the hack, and FE8 was really never difficult by any standards anyway. But never-before-seen terrors crawl in the shadows of the trees. Only never before seen if you've never heard of Zelda, Nintendo, Fire Emblem, or anything along the lines of any of these series. Truly unseen. And prepare for truly what seems to be the most epic name of a town ever. Borderai, the border of Hyrule and the Evoid Empire. Truly, with names as creative as Borderai being a border, we can expect a quality amongst this hack unseen from others. Of course, that's me going on a negative binge. So let us return to the epic story and see as Zelda, who was just Link, pointing out what we are fighting this chapter, and asking if they're human. I don't know, Zelda. Are giant eyeballs human? I know there are parts of humans that are eyeballs, but I doubt they're 6 feet tall and shoot giant dark magic beams at you either. And welcome to Lute and Artur. Or Artur. Artu. Yeah. Anyway, R2's remains, or RT as I'll call him from now on, just to save myself tongue and dignity. He's completely unchanged from his previous game, or from the previous unmodified game. He's still a light magic user, one of the 20 billion we get during the course of the game. Lute, however, has been changed into a shaman, which therefore makes her a shaman. Which I know some of you are like, oh, shamans are good. Dark magic is good. Well, I completely agree with you. However, I also enjoy anima magic, and guess what the Arthur forgot to put in? Anima magic. The hilarious part of this escalating to me getting an anima tomb. And I can't use it, because I had nobody who knows anima. I probably won't get somebody who knows anima unless I start grinding somebody, and even then, if I do it through an arena, the only thing I'm going to get is an S, and is a S in light magic, since it chooses what magic you're more proficient in, instead of actually letting you choose what type you want to train. Also, Lute's full of herself. That hasn't changed at all from the previous game, but I'm just calling it now. She's totally full of herself. Yay, RT. Why, thank you, RT, for trying to warn us, but you see, you don't know who you're dealing with. We're a bunch of overpowered, broken characters that are not overpowered nor broken, except one of us is a pirate, so all of them are fucked. I'm sorry, that's just putting it frankly. You can leave now, and we just leave Ross behind and everybody's dead. He's just Epic Beard, you know? That's what he does. Slays dragons, vampires, werewolves, anything his hands get upon. He once ripped Mother Earth in half and then glued it back with a spit. You don't fuck with Epic Beard. Alright, audience, you don't fuck with Epic Beard. You know, I always just kind of wondered why everybody just didn't actually think the Evoid Empire did this. I mean, think about it. The Evoid Empire, a nation that supposedly was barren and crusted for at least 100 years, suddenly gains a massive amount of mysteriously dark figures and more of army-ish things. And people are surprised when monsters come from the border of the Evoid Empire. Oh, come on now, that's not even a big thing. It should be herpa-derpa-derp, the Evoid Empire made monsters. Then again, I'm using logic here, so forgive me before I, kill myself. And the moment I was waiting for about an hour or so, depending on however long I took to record the previous parts and put them up. Epic Beard, ladies and gentlemen. Epic Beard promoting into a pirate, and soon a berserker, because he's fucking Epic Beard. There's not even a decision here. You make Ross a pirate. Even in the normal game, people who argue that Ross should be a fighter should be shot. They are the race that needs to be exterminated. Morbid statements aside, look at my epic stat growth, biatches. Okay, it's not great, but, you know, whatever. I'll take whatever I get at this point. He's kind of actually my strongest unit. Besides Zelda and her broken ass. That's kind of scary. But then again, he does have 10 levels on everybody as well. Oh well, it doesn't matter to me. I'm sure I'll scavenge through this game, because even if I get shitty stat growths at the end of the day, it's FE8, and FE8 is certainly not a difficult game at all. Trust me. This is the part in the commentary where I repeat what I said earlier in the commentary about 3 or 4 times. As you can tell, I'm very self-periodic of myself. As you can tell, I'm very self-periodic of myself. As you can tell, shot. One of the companions is in the south of the village, or the village in the south. We don't get loot. And by the way, that's loot. We don't get her till the end of the chapter anyway. I just didn't really think about it till then. I just sort of took this chapter nice and easy. I don't like taking Fire Emblem chapters that fast, to be honest with you. I like being able to think and plan out whatever I'm doing, even though it looks like I'm doing completely stupid things here. But I sometimes just like sitting back. I mean, it's not like I'm being rushed or anything. I mean, I don't care how many parts I put up on YouTube of a single chapter. I can easily cut it up and break it and reduce the file size, whatever you want to do. Or I do, should be the term, but whatever. Man, we are 6 minutes in, 6.5 minutes in, and we're only starting the chapter. I think I need to start skipping cutscenes, but then you would miss the epic dialogue and plot. Oh, how much you would be missing, right? Anyway, make sure to, I'm just reminding you guys, to vote for which characters you want per chapter. I don't have the exact list off the top of my head, but if you see anyone in this group that you don't want for the next chapter, then go ahead and post it, and I'll change them out to whoever you put. It doesn't matter to me. By the way, Franz is awesome. Franz, using his sword to absolutely destroy everything in his path. Vanessa's a useful unit, not gonna lie. I actually enjoy using the Pegasus Knights, the Wyvern Knights, and everyone in this game who can fly. And you can overcome their biggest weakness of the item you get later. It slips my name right here, but with no weakness to arrows, all you have to worry about is charging them head face into animals or units who can one-shot them. So as long as you don't act stupid with them, then you're completely fine with just dominating with Pegasus Knights, really. Then again, anybody who's played Fire Emblem to any degree already knows what I'm saying, and I'm just repeating everything that they've ever heard about the game or thought out about the game, or sounding like a complete idiot to anyone who's a pro at the game. But then again, I don't really care about this. This is just really a casual talk over or let's play or whatever you want to call it of me playing for a really game or ROM hack. Oh, Zelda, how broken early game you are, and somehow later in the game you turn to absolute shit due to level loss, and you're never able to recover in my experience of playing the game. Talon just got royally fucked by the RNG. I sometimes hate you, RNG goddess. Actually, I hate you the majority of the time. I'm not really a big fan of RNG in general, but I can see how it would work and make a game more entertaining from time to time. Fire Emblem seems to be one of those games when it doesn't, you know, completely fuck you over like it just did. Of course, I've missed higher percent chances before. Ever miss a 99% chance? Ever break a Game Boy Advance with your bare hands? Oh yeah, I'm a pro at that. Then again, this is nowhere near as bad as when I was doing that Final Fantasy Tactics run. I don't know what it was about that. I just kept getting royally fucked over by the RNG so hard the whole game. It's really unexplainable how bad my luck was at times. Well, not unexplainable, but it was a lot of bullshit to say the least. Fortunately, besides my level ups, my RNG in this game has been fairly well, actually. I'm actually really surprised about that, since generally I was expecting to be screwed over since, one, I'm on camera, and 2, when you're on camera, nothing ever goes right. Or at least the first time anyway. To get what you want on camera, you need to at least do it 50 times, because something will always go wrong. Well, then again, that's just Murphy's Law. In effect, something that goes wrong will go wrong. R2 actually turns out pretty, actually really lucky this whole entire round. With his 2 defense, if somebody gets close enough, he's boned. Not in one turn by any means, but if I don't play him correctly or use him properly, he's gonna get screwed over, and actually his RNG really helped him a lot this round, or my RNG with him helped him out this round. It actually finished off the boss by complete accident. I was kind of mad about that, but oh well, beggars can't be choosers, and well, he got a level up out of it that wasn't that bad, so, you know, it goes both ways. I don't get why I was worried about Zelda here. To be honest with you, Zelda, she's too much of a beast just to be even reckoned with at this point in the game. I mean, light magic on monsters is just gonna rape him anyway. It doesn't help that she actually has a pretty decent magic stat as well. So essentially what I do here is just completely waste your time by moving units in the way of a unit that could totally kill everything on the field by herself if she had enough usage. Actually, I think she does, which kind of scares me that I could have soloed this whole chapter with Zelda. But then again, we'd lose her in a few turns anyway, so yay! I do think I really need to start speeding these up. Not that I'm running out of things to talk about, of course not, but it feels like sometimes that I drag on way too long for any good. Of course, this is, like I said, the first time I've played Fire Emblem in a while, but then again, it doesn't matter. I'll get through this anyway. Go, Artie. It's your birthday. It's your birthday, and we're gonna party like it's your birthday. Of course, if I was any more excited about it, then I would make everybody cry. Very deeply. Anyway, Link fails to dodge again. Just fails. Not that I'm surprised or complaining, it's just I'm trying to find something to grasp at. Oh wait, I know what I can do now. I was the one to fill your dark soul with light! A bit strong? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Speaking of Devil May Cry, I'm sure most of you have seen the new trailer for the one done by the people who did an Enslaved Journey to the West, which was another really shitty game. I don't know what the fuck Capcom's doing these days, but it looks like they're really just trying to shoot themselves in the foot with all their IPs. I know Infune, or Infane, or however you pronounce his name, wanted or admired Western games for being 10 years in the future, but when all of Western games these days are herp-a-derp, Call of Duty, and Halo, I don't really see how you can call that innovation. But then again, that's really me overgeneralizing the situation and also just making it sound completely different than it really is. It's just really a really simple example of how things roll, you know. Oh look, it's Franz with this very long German spear. Oh yes, Franz, please pierce the mighty. Is it a Red-Dead? I think it's a Red-Dead. Pierce the mighty Red-Dead with your long German meats. I mean spear. Ugh. Franz porno. Now! Red-Dead X Franz fanfiction, I demand it. Speaking of fanfiction, have you ever read Link's Queen? The really, really batshit insane fanfiction written by this woman who actually believes she was part of the Legend of Zelda world? If you haven't, you really, really need to. If nothing else, just to show how to improve your own writing. Blue Leafeon, do me a favor if you ever see this. Read Link's Queen. Learn how to write. Learn from example of someone who's done so much wrong. Everyday normal healer Clark Kent has a secret identity with the Fire Rod. Random tangent, random tangent, random tangent. Oh well, we're coming to the end of part 1 anyway, and Franz is about to make another giant Red-Dead. Fear in his might of his mighty meat lance. Ugh, what have I done? Oh well, see you guys in part 2.